Hello, and thank you for joining us on HIP New Jersey Stays Home, benefiting the New Jersey Pandemic Relief Fund. Tonight, you'll be entertained by some of the Garden State's top musicians, hear from your favorite local celebrities, and be inspired by messages from our fellow citizens as the Garden State looks to rebuild and reopen.
What's happening, Jersey? It's your boy, that's right, Constantine Maroulis, two-time Tony-nominated Broadway star, Rock of Ages, a little American Idol, but most importantly, a Greek boy from Jersey. That's right, I grew up in Wyckoff, New Jersey. So much love to you and your families. I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy during these crazy times, but really, I want to shout out our heroes on the front line, all the amazing healthcare workers, the doctors, the nurses, everyone, the whole support staff. You guys are amazing. Please give what you can to the New Jersey Pandemic Relief Fund. Right now, you can go on the website, check it out, give what you can. Everything goes directly to people in need during this crazy crisis. I hope you enjoy this next song. It's a song I wrote, Blown Away, from my upcoming album, Until I'm Wanted. Here's a little stripped down version of an unreleased song of mine, Blown Away.
Take it down. It's the fight of your life, and I don't know how far I'll go. I'm willing to take it to the place. I saw your face and I was blown away. And I don't care, it don't seem fair. Is this love or is this war? Each time when it's all the pieces, I'm losing faith. This heart will break if she says it's too late. Oh, yeah. One time. One lie exposing all that's hidden in the afterglow. One truth spoken. At the start we were invincible. First light, hoping for a sun that's never going down. Last breath, choking. All the words linger falsely now. She came to me. It's the fight of your life. I don't know how far I'll go. I'm willing to take it to the place. I saw your face and I was blown away. Yeah. Man, I don't care. It don't seem fair. Is this love or is this war? Each time we're torn to pieces, I'm losing faith. This heart will break if she says it's too late. I wish we could take it back to where we started. I would be less guarded. Oh, I wish we could take it back to where we started. I would be, oh man, I don't know. I'll take it to the place. I saw your face and I was blown away. That's right. And I don't care, it don't seem fair. Is this love or is this war? Each time we're torn to pieces, I'm losing faith. This heart will break if she says
Hey, this is Dana Jones from the New York Giants. As we go through such a difficult and trying time across our country and in our communities, I'd like to sincerely thank all the healthcare workers and first responders who are out on the front lines fighting this virus. Challenging times bring out the best in so many, and you all have risen to the occasion. Thank you so much for all you do.
Darling, you ain't just another friend of mine. If you want me to, I will stand by you till the end of time. Mama says there's a whole lot of things I've been doing wrong. The month is through and the rent is due and the money's all gone. Everything we need is within us. You would only look and see. All you need's a little faith and all your heart. I'm gonna give it to you straight, so we never fall apart. Oh, and I don't wanna wait for you all night long. Don't leave me in the dark. I just need a little faith and oh, your heart. This banked up Dodge from Grandpa Gibbs is where we need to go. And the long days get much better when we turn on the radio. Let's just take this ride together. 'Cause maybe it's all meant to be. All you need's a little faith and all your heart. I'm gonna give it to you straight, so we never fall apart. Oh, and I don't wanna wait for you all night long. Don't leave me in the dark. I just need a little faith and oh, your heart. And when it keeps me up real late, staring all night long and wishing on a star, that our dreams are really closer than we think they are. All you need's a little faith and oh, your heart. I'm gonna give it to you straight, so we never fall apart. Oh, and I don't wanna wait for you all night long. Don't leave me in the dark. I just need a little faith and oh, your heart. 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 Stay safe, New Jersey.
Our healthcare workers have labored through marathon hours. They have faced excruciating circumstances, life or death decisions, risking their own lives and those of their loved ones, all in hopes of their patients' recovery. These frontline heroes are the true definition of Jersey Strong.
Once I started working on the COVID units in the hospital, and I saw what this virus did to these patients and what was capable of, it was unbelievable. And what I mean by that is it was very unpredictable.
Our administrative team did a wonderful job, and they asked a very pointed question. And that was, how do we keep our staff and how do we keep our patients safer? And every day we ask that question over and over again. The most challenging emotionally for all of us was the following. My family member is going to die alone. We went outside and spoke to family members in the waiting room with full gear on. We went outside to cars and spoke to family members. That was the most difficult, and that is what's sticking with the majority of us. Most of us haven't seen death like this ever in our careers. Not with the density with a certain time frame. None of us. We've all seen difficult times, but we have not seen the proportion of death that we've seen during this.
I'm going to cheer up because I know how hard the staff has been working, and just one little thing as a nurse, one little thing that someone can do for you or can recognize you, it makes a difference. It raises people's spirits. It lets people know that when they're wrapped in PPE and they're hot and they're uncomfortable and they're at the patient's bedside, patients didn't have family members with them during this time. So they were oftentimes the patient's family. And all the patients could see were their eyes because they're covered in masks and PPE. And it was a way for us to say to them, to these caregivers, that we thank you for doing that hard work and for not only taking good physical care of the patients, but you were their emotional support during this time. You were their people during this time.
We've come a long way. We still have a ways to go with vaccines, testing.
But the hospitals are prepared. Elective surgeries are starting next week. So that's an important message, that it's safe to come back.
I think we'll get through it. We've gotten through this far. I think it's amazing what I've seen, and I think we're all going to be okay from this.
To all of the New Jersey essential workers, I want to say a deep, heartfelt thank you. Thank you for your service, for your dedication and commitment. We love you, and we're all in this together. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Hi, this is Vincent Curatola, Johnny Sack from The Sopranos. I'm a New Jersey guy, born and bred. I still live here. We want to say many thanks to all of the people who work 24 hours a day, keeping us safe. Please show your appreciation by making donations to NJPRF.org.
I wrote this song called We're All Together. We certainly are in this together. So I'll give it a shot.
Together, not just you and me. We're all together in this world you see. We're all together, so please, can't you see? We need love. We're all together, living history. We're all some in misery, but we're all together, so please, can't you see? We need love. Yes, we do. We need love. Greetings from New Jersey. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bobby Brown, founder of Beauty Evolution. There are many ways to help, and if you are able, consider donating to the New Jersey Pandemic Relief Fund. 100% of your donations will go toward the state's most needy and vulnerable population. Go to NJPRF.org to learn more. Thank you.
New Jersey's first responders are committed to excellence in preserving public safety. They work tirelessly to protect and promote the health of all citizens and have maintained a strong sense of community, even 6 feet apart.
The difference, I would say, with Sandy and 9/11, it occurred and then we were doing recovery instantly. This is fluid. It's constantly going. Personally speaking, in the law enforcement community, we saw people my age, Newark, a lot of officers who I knew passed, sadly. And again, the closure thing, we're human as police officers. It does hurt.
But I am proud to report that overall, our police, fire, and emergency management employees are doing an extraordinary job in serving the community during this pandemic.
I've been here, 22 years. I've never seen anything like this. And I think everyone else could attest to that same thing. So it's a learning curve and it's an educating curve on our end and on our community's end.
Biggest thing is trying to keep motivation during an emergency that has unlimited time. So that's something we've never faced. I mean, Fairfield's faced a number of emergencies, floods and other things, but nothing like this.
We've been keeping up with a lot of birthday drive-by requests for kids in the town. We've really felt that it's important to, within the constraints of the executive orders, try to do everything that we possibly can to still do those types of things.
We got to do what we got to do to make people smile right now, however we can. And it's definitely worth it.
Something that made a community come together, made a country come together, I hope. And together we're going to get through it.
It's understandable that people want to get out of their homes to enjoy the warm weather. But we urge everyone to continue wearing masks and gloves and to keep practicing social distancing. Please be smart and stay safe and stay strong.
Through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and a sweet silver song of love. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk
Thank you.
During this challenging time, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and worried. But now more than ever, identifying ways to manage our mental health is crucial. Luckily, there are many resources around New Jersey that are able to help.
We're probably one of the largest shelter systems in the state of New Jersey. We also have residential group homes as well. So we have a lot of people coming to see us just in those two areas.
It's different from any disaster we've ever been through. This is not like a hurricane, a flood, a fire. This feels very different, and people are worried about their health, the health of their family. Our frontline workers, especially, we're providing a lot of support to them. You know, just that fear and worry and anxiety is what we're seeing a lot of. We have our hotline, which is 1-866-202-HELP. And this is a place where people can get immediate emotional support. It's operating 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. And this is a great way for people to immediately get connected, just to talk to someone and get support. But also, if they do need a referral for more traditional mental health services, we can provide that also.
Moving your body and exercise is so important for mental health. And especially, like I say to my kids, I'm like, you guys just let it all go.
I hope we come out a little more mindful of what's going on in the world, honestly, and what's going on with ourselves. We've seen a lot of good, so I really hope that continues.
Hi, Vic DiBitetto here. I just want to give a shout out to all the essential workers who are working around the clock to make sure we are healthy and safe. Please donate to the New Jersey Pandemic Relief Fund. 100% of the donations will go towards the Garden State's most needy and vulnerable population. Donations can be made online to NJPRF.org. Thank you.
This is a song called In the Afternoon Tomorrow.
You know it's hard to leave the countryside. I wanna see you in the afternoon tomorrow. Don't have to walk the blocks in sorrow.
Hi, it's Melissa Gorga, and I just really wanted to come out and give a huge thank you to all of our essential workers. Everyone needs to remember, and please try your best, every little bit counts, to make a donation to the New Jersey Pandemic Relief Fund. Donations can be made online at NJPRF.org. Thank you.
You know, I never seen you look so good. You never act the way you should. But I like it, and I know you like it too. The way that I want you, I gotta have you. Oh yes, I do. I never ever stay away. You know that I can hardly wait just to see you, and I know you will always wait to see me too. I gotta touch you, 'cause baby we'll be at the drive-in in the old man's pub behind that bushes till I'm screaming the more down the basement. Like the stars out and baby, talk dirty to me. You know I call you on the telephone. I'm only hoping that you're home, so I can hear you. And you say those words to me, oh yeah, and whisper so softly. I wanna eat you, baby we'll be at the drive-in in the old man's Ford behind the bushes till I'm screaming for more down the basement. Lock the cellar door and baby, talk dirty to me. It's right to pick up that guitar and talk to me. Whoa. We will be at the drive-in in the
In the face of the COVID-19 pandemic, New Jersey citizens rose to the occasion. They recognized that, through tragedy, there was also great opportunity to make a positive impact. Let's meet some of the people behind these grassroots charitable initiatives.
Our area has the second most COVID-19 patients, along with our emergency department being the third busiest in the country. I wanted to support our doctors and nurses and created Food for Heroes. I have teamed up with my sister, Kim Donofrio of Kim's Cafe and Catering, to send meals to our tremendous healthcare workers.
Every week it's been a different location. I've been delivering to St. Joseph's Hospital. I've been to Valley Hospital.
We honored frontline workers and essential workers, my husband being one of them, which was the inspiration behind it. I mean, he goes off to work every morning and we hug as if he was going off to war.
I really believe during a crisis like this, you have to de-emphasize your discomfort, and there's no better way of doing that than focusing on people that are in the front lines.
With Deb's efforts, I think we served close to 2,500 first-line responders in a short, maybe 4 to 5 week span.
You know, lots of times you get a few items that can touch a few people, but in this case, we were able to take thousands and thousands of donuts into the hospitals.
The hospital called and they said that they needed help. People donated food, people donated PPE, people donated flowers to bring up the spirits of the healthcare workers. And we raised in a month like $7,000 worth of food donations.
We started a social campaign called Hearts for Heroes, where you just take a great picture of a heart or you make a craft and we tag other heroes on the front lines and we just show people who are giving back in these times that, you know, we're here for you. There's a community behind you.
We put something together to, a GoFundMe page, which the goal was to raise $50,000. You know, we're well over 60, I believe, approaching 65,000 as of today.
One of the other things that we have been able to have the privilege to do was to distribute over 125,000 pounds of produce, mixed fruits and vegetables boxes to frontline workers in hospitals throughout New Jersey and New York. People just are so appreciative.
We started realizing that we want to do good. We were just feeling really helpless, right? We're not frontline workers. But the one way that we could help is by collecting used smart devices, not only from us in our network, but also getting organizations to donate.
I spoke to several of the faculty at the medical school where I was based at the time when they first started, and they loved the idea. They said that there's definitely a need not only for patients to be able to connect with their families, but also for providers to be able to engage in, to talk to the patients and limit exposure when it's not absolutely necessary to go into the patient room.
While not having a smart device to connect with family isn't a human rights issue, suffering and dying without the ability to speak with family in isolation and alone, that very much is.
At first impression, you might not think you can make an impact in something like COVID. You really can.
And I'm really so proud. I'm always very proud of New Jersey. There's a reason they say Jersey's strong.
Hi, I'm Russ. Hey, I'm Luke. And I'm Calvin. We're the Happy Fits. We're from Pittstown, New Jersey, and we want to dedicate this song to all the essential workers out there risking their lives every day to keep society moving. This one's called Too Late. 1, 2, 3.
But I'm a little too late. Too late, too late, too late. I couldn't go. a little too late. I'm a little too late. I'm a little too late. Too late, too late. I could go. I could go. I could go. I didn't know about the cooties and the keepsake admission. Even when it's dirty, I would find it delicious. Everybody loses control. I'm a little scared of myself. If I take it that you could be here, it's religious. You believe that you were born enough. I could go. I could go. I could go. I didn't know about Sofrinos of all the secrets we knew from half the Filipinos. I just wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. But I'm a little too late. Thank you.
The class of 2020 had a school year like no other. And while the circumstances were unfortunate, they're now battle tested to withstand any storm.
Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Espero que estén bien todos. Solo quiero decirle cómo el COVID-19 me ha afectado como estudiante en mi último semestre del cole.
West Essex was getting ready to put on their spring musical, of which I was a part of, and we never came back.
After our spring break, we were informed that the rest of the semester would remain online. All of our events were canceled, and the requirements we had to finish by the end of the year were now unable to be completed.
I started classes online, which made everything feel even more weird because part of being in art school is seeing people and collaborating.
Realizar mi último semestre durante esta pandemia fue algo que nunca me imaginé. Fueron muchas noches de estrés al tiempo de entregar mis asignaturas y acostumbrarme a este nuevo cambio que no fue nada fácil.
It's not any way I expected to be spending the last few months of senior year.
My advice to the class of 2020 was to prepare to be lifelong learners. You can't really prepare for a career because many of the jobs that are going to exist 20 years from now haven't been invented yet. So you have to be flexible and adaptable and ready to change with the times.
Esto ha sido un gran reto que la vida nos ha puesto, pero la clase del 2020 lo pudo superar.
You know, stay strong, stay positive, and do what you can.
I'm definitely excited to jump in and see what's out there.
And I can gladly say that I finished my last semester in the middle of a pandemic with a 4.0.
And it really is unfair in some respects. And I'm just so very proud of our 2020 graduates. They really have performed well under the great pressures of this pandemic.
Yo sé que esto no me afecta solo a mí, pero a varios estudiantes, pero no se compara con la cantidad de gente que hemos perdido. Solo quiero dar unas pequeñas palabras. Por favor, cuídense y cuiden a sus familiares.
What's up, everybody? It's Golden Tate with the New York Football Giants. In spite of everything going on with this coronavirus and all the families and people affected by it, I just want to say thank you so much for the healthcare workers who are working night and day trying to keep this awful virus under control. God bless to everyone out there that's affected by it.
Everything gonna
Hello, my name's David Burke, Chef David Burke, and I want to sincerely thank all the essential workers in the state that are out there killing themselves and working for us hard, and to help with funding and donations. That's NJPRF.org to help fund and help everybody that's out there, or you could go to chefdavidburke.com and we will link you to that. Thank you.
New Jersey's downtown districts are known for their premier shopping, dining, and entertainment options. In the wake of the crisis, community advocates are doing their part to help keep their neighborhoods thriving.
Thousands of people go through our town on a daily basis. So not only are we losing revenue from the COVID-19 in East Hanover, jobs are on hold or jobs are lost.
Unfortunately, small businesses actually had been struggling quite a bit prior to the pandemic. And so what this has now done, this environment, I think has caused a really big spotlight to be shown on, the importance of small business.
I do find that during times like this, you really remember what matters in your life and who matters in your life, and that people really do come together to be positive and to try to support one another.
I'm proud to say that I was extremely impressed and happy that everyone came together and in their own way to make the best of a very bad situation.
When things go back to quote unquote normal, I think all buildings, all restaurants will really start back up again. I think we'll be just fine.
Hey, this is Joe Beningo from WFAN. I just want to say, how proud I am as a Jersey guy for everybody that's out there, working in the face of all this, and what a tremendous job they've done. NJPRF.org to donate.
Summer at the Jersey Shore may look a little different this year. However, Hurricane Sandy taught the world never to doubt the resiliency of our beloved shore towns.
Beach towns are getting hammered right now. Manasquan, Point Pleasant, Seaside Park, all these, beach towns that are been waiting for this time of year to happen, struggling.
We have a very tough, very resilient constituency here in Point Pleasant Beach and throughout the shore. We're even planning things like pop-up programs to fill some vacant buildings and vacant properties so that we can keep that vibrancy going when we pull out of this pandemic.
Here we are, the building's open, and I think that we will find a way. We've got employees here, and we're making things move forward.
President Lincoln talked about the fact that we needed to find what he called the better angels of our nature. These are all the people in the essential services who show up every day to make sure that we are able to continue to survive.
I miss my clients dearly. I've been doing some of them for 20 years.
Getting all your clients back in, it's going to be, I think it's going to be emotional.
It's going to be great.
On Georgia Rescue, we say it takes a village, and there is a lot of New Jersey people right now who really need the village to come together for them. A great way that we can help those who are on the front lines, who are the essential workers, is with the New Jersey Pandemic Relief Fund. NJPRF.org. Donate what you can. Help those who are helping all of us.
If this is my confession to you, everything can fall apart. Fell apart so far, and all along you felt like letting go, and I didn't know enough, did enough to take your breath away, and I didn't stay. I left you there so selflessly. Hold me closer like you mean it. I'm so lost inside you. Hold me closer and believe it. I'm so lost without you. Now I see the color of the circles inside of me. I know I let you down. Even my own reasons were never good enough. That's left inside, move forward as I step aside. Walk away, hold me closer like you mean it. I'm so lost inside you. Hold me closer and believe it. I'm so lost without you. So just
Small businesses are owned by our family, friends, and neighbors. They create jobs, support our communities, and donate to local charities. The COVID-19 crisis has threatened the heart and soul of our economy, but these New Jersey entrepreneurs are determined to keep their dreams alive.
How it affected our business is how it affected our couples. These couples have been planning the most important day of their lives for the longest time.
We've contacted people in the video business and worked with other officiants, learning how to actually officially do these Zoom weddings.
Thankfully, the governor has opened up provisions where people can get a license and we can marry people in groups of less than 10.
This happened just in March, and that was a big hit for my business because every holiday is what makes my business successful. Every day when you listen to the reports from all the governors, you're hearing, what can I do? What can I not do based on my business? So I keep listening and just trying to adjust my business accordingly.
We made up a private Facebook group and we started doing some live classes. They're honestly working out, if not the same, more. I think everybody's honestly gonna be a little bit stronger from after this.
Because everybody's on lockdown, a lot of people are cooking at home, which has actually been nice for our business, a little bit of a different, something that we weren't expecting at first to happen.
COVID POV is a film that is currently in pre-production, production, and post-production. We saw a big need for somebody to document history. What I've been able to learn throughout this process is that I can pivot on a dime and that anything is possible.
New Jersey 12, this is David Bryan for Bon Jovi. And I want to say thank you to all the doctors, the nurses, the first responders, all the delivery people, all the grocery store workers, everybody in the front lines helping everybody. Thank you. And remember, stay inside, stay safe.
I offer my goodbye without compromise. Princess moving on beyond the palace steps, beyond the photographs, fairy tale come and gone. What I shall do again, stand in the queue again, is to not making moves. Mother full of pride, the princess by your side, and I find her to choose. And I choose happiness, I choose a fresh new start, I choose whatever lies ahead. If I carry on, stay calm and simply breathe, if I devote my soul to every child in need, the Queen bestows her grace and places me in charge to represent the crown, and that's there at large. I'll be their English rose, their brightest shining light, and I light the world, I light the world. But how does one begin to shed her royal skin? Be better than before. She discards her past, all that she's a mess and free. She do need more. And I choose happiness, I choose a fresh new start, I choose whatever
Thank you for joining us on HIP New Jersey Stays Home. For more on the New Jersey Pandemic Relief Fund and to donate, please visit NJPRF.org. On behalf of all of us here at HIP New Jersey, please stay healthy and safe.